Welcome back, warriors. Today is not just another video. Today is the day you decide to change your mindset, because what you're about to hear is not just motivation. It's a wake-up call. You see, nothing in life will happen just because you think about it. Nothing will change just because you want it to. You have to try, at least once, at least today. You may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not be the most beautiful. You may not be the richest, fastest, or most talented. But if you are disciplined, you are unstoppable. Because discipline beats talent. Discipline builds habits. Discipline creates warriors. And warriors win the battle even when they're tired, scared, and broken. So today, we're going deep. Today, you're going to learn 20 life-changing lessons about self-discipline. While this video motivates you to build self-discipline, it's also designed to boost your English. You'll learn new words, better sentence structure, and sharpen your listening skills, all in one powerful experience. Principle 1. Self-discipline means keeping promises you made to yourself. Self-discipline is not about perfection. It's not about being strong all the time. It's about being honest with yourself. If you say, "I will wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow," you wake up. Not because it's easy, but because you promised yourself. Even if it's your birthday, even if it's raining outside, even if you don't feel like it. Discipline means you feel the pain, but still you do it. Imagine this. You have a goal to work out every morning. One day your alarm rings. It's dark, cold, you feel sleepy. You tell yourself, maybe just today I can skip. But suddenly, you remember, no, I promised myself, I'm not quitting on me. And you get up. That small moment, when you fight against yourself, that's where your future is created. Cristiano Ronaldo was once asked, "Do you ever feel like not training?" He said, "Yes, but I fight against that feeling." That's what separates a champion from a dreamer. Lesson 2. Focus on what you can do right now. Most people lose discipline because their minds are stuck in two places. 1. The past. What went wrong? Who hurt them? How many times they failed? 2. The future. What if it doesn't work? What if I fail again? What if people laugh? But real discipline lives in the present. Right now. This second. This moment. What can you do right now to become better? Can you get up and go for a walk? Can you open that book? Can you stop scrolling? Then do it. A student failed in math last year. His mind says, "I'm bad at this. I'll never learn." But what he's ignoring is this. He can study just one chapter today. He can ask his teacher just one question today. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about doing something. Right now. And when you repeat that daily, your entire life starts to shift. Lesson 3. The pain of discipline is better than the pain of regret. Here's a truth most people ignore. Both paths have pain, but only one pain leads to success. You can feel the pain of waking up early, or you can feel the pain of failure later. You can feel the pain of working out, or the pain of being unhealthy and tired your whole life. You can feel the pain of saying no to distractions, or the pain of regret that you wasted your time. Think of this. You stay up late watching a movie. You sleep at 2 a.m. You wake up late. You miss your morning goal. You feel lazy, tired, guilty. And then what do you say? "I wish I had slept earlier." That's regret. And it hurts more than discipline. But imagine instead, you stop the movie, you sleep early, wake up fresh, finish your workout, achieve your goal, feel proud. That's discipline. And that pride, That self-respect, it's priceless. 4. Learn to say no, even when it's hard. Discipline is not just about what you start doing. It's about what you stop doing. And most people fail at discipline because they don't know how to say this one small word. No. You must understand this. Saying no is not being rude. Saying no is self-respect. It's self-protection. It's saying, I respect my time, my energy, and my goals. When your friends call you out for a random party that doesn't help your future, say no. When someone offers you gossip instead of growth, say no. When your phone wants your attention, but your goals need your action, say no. You see, every time you say yes to something useless, you are saying no to something meaningful. People might not like it. They may say, "You've changed." Yes, you have, because you are building something they can't even imagine. Let this hit your soul. If you don't learn to say no to distractions, you are saying yes to a life you don't want. Powerful people are not powerful because they do everything. They are powerful because they do the right things. Discipline is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters and ignoring what doesn't. So from today, be proud to say, no, no guilt, no apology, because your dream is not a joke and your time is gold. 5. Don't tell everyone your plans. Let your success speak. We live in a world where everyone wants to share everything. You start a goal, and the first thing people do is post it, announce it, talk about it. But discipline doesn't need attention. Discipline needs silence. You don't have to tell the world, I'm going to start waking up at 5 a.m. Just wake up. Let your results show. You don't have to tell your friends, I've decided to become more focused. Just focus. Let your growth speak louder than your voice. Here's why. Talking too much about your goals gives your brain a false reward. You feel good for saying it, so you stop doing it. But real discipline is different. It's quiet, it's personal, it's sacred. Think of a tree. When it's growing its roots, you don't see anything from outside. But deep under the ground, something powerful is happening. That's your discipline. When you grow in silence, you're not distracted by applause. You're not worried about opinions. You are free to fail, to learn, to rise. And when your results finally show, people will ask, how did you do that? And you'll smile, because only you know the war you fought silently. So remember this. Be loyal to your goal, not to attention. Don't talk, just work. Let your actions shock the world. 6. Be innocent in your work. Fall in love with the process. Most people fail because they are too focused on the reward. They want the money, the fame, the body, the respect. And when it doesn't come fast, they quit. But discipline is not about chasing results. It's about falling in love with the process. Like a child who plays, not for winning, but for joy. Be innocent in your effort. Don't worry if people are watching. Don't worry if the progress is slow. Just keep doing your best every single day. When you clean your room, clean it like it's your temple. When you study, study like the knowledge is gold. When you work, work like it's your art. Don't always look for rewards. Because the process is the reward. You don't have to impress anyone. You don't have to compete with anyone. You just have to show up, fully, honestly, consistently. That's what discipline really means. To do the right thing, with a full heart, even if no one sees it. And slowly, something magical happens. You don't just change your results, you change who you are. Because when you love the process, you don't need motivation. You become unstoppable. 7. 1% motivation, 99% discipline. Most people wait for motivation. They say, I'll start working when I feel inspired. I'll begin the gym when I'm in the mood. I'll study when I'm motivated. But the truth is brutal. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation is a spark. It burns fast and dies quickly. But discipline? That's the fire you build with your own hands. If you rely on motivation, you'll be successful for 2 days. If you build discipline, you'll be successful for life. Ask any champion. Ask any legend. Ask any master. They'll all tell you the same thing. Most days, I didn't feel like doing it. But I did it anyway. Discipline is when you show up without a mood. Discipline is when you take action without waiting for a feeling. Discipline is when you say, I don't care how I feel. I care what I promised. Let this hit your mind. You don't brush your teeth only when you're motivated. You don't go to work only when you feel like it. You do it because it's necessary. Now treat your dreams the same way. Motivation is good for starting. But discipline, that's what finishes the race. 8. Learn something new. Every single day. Discipline is not just about habits and schedules. It's about growing your mind. It's about becoming better than who you were yesterday. If you're doing the same thing every day, thinking the same thoughts, living the same life, you are not disciplined. You're just existing. True discipline is the decision to evolve. Make a promise. Every day, learn one new thing. It can be small, a new word, a new idea, a new perspective. But it must be new, and it must be daily. Because learning keeps your fire alive. It keeps your mind sharp. It keeps you hungry. You don't need a fancy degree to grow. You need curiosity. You need hunger. You need consistency. Ask yourself every night, what did I learn today? And if the answer is nothing, wake up and change your life. Growth doesn't always look big. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's slow. But when you keep learning, day after day, you're building a life nobody can take from you. Because knowledge is freedom, and discipline is the key that unlocks it. 9. Make decisions from your future self, not your current mood. Discipline is destroyed when we make decisions based on how we feel now instead of who we want to become. Let's say it again, slowly. Don't make decisions based on your feelings. Make them based on your future. Your current self might want comfort, sleep more, eat junk, waste time. But your future self, that version of you who's successful, respected, happy, and fulfilled, that version wants effort, pain, growth, and consistency. So every time you're about to decide, ask this powerful question. Will this help the future me? Because that's what discipline really is. It's choosing your future self over your current comfort. It's saying, yes, I'm tired, but I'll still push. It's saying, yes, this is hard, but I will not quit. It's saying, I may not see the result now, but I'm building something great. The truth is, every small decision is a brick in the house of your future. Each time you act with discipline, you are writing the story of your life, not with words, but with choices. People who succeed don't always feel powerful. They just train their mind to obey the future, not the feeling. So from today, stop asking yourself, do I feel like it? Start asking, does my future self deserve this? And act like the person you want to become. 10. Protect your mornings. Own the first hour of your day. The way you start your day is the way you shape your life. Discipline begins not at 10 a.m., not after lunch. It begins the moment you open your eyes. If you control your morning, you will control your life. But if your morning controls you, then you are always one step behind. You wake up, you check your phone, you lose. You hit snooze 3 times, you lose. You start the day with chaos and rush, you lose. The first hour of your day is your mind's most powerful hour. It's like wet cement. Whatever you write on it stays for the rest of the day. So write something powerful. Wake up like a warrior. Wake up and remind yourself what you're fighting for. Don't wait for the world to motivate you. Motivate yourself. Read something powerful. Move your body. Plan your day. Repeat your goals. Even if it's just 15 minutes, make it sacred. Because if you don't own your morning, the world will own your day. And if the world owns your day, you'll always live by accident, not by purpose. Disciplined people don't just wake up early. They wake up with intention. They understand that mornings are not just for starting. They are for becoming. So protect your mornings like a lion protects its cub. Do not let the phone, the world, the noise, or even your own laziness enter that first hour. Make that time yours, and you will slowly make your entire life yours. 11. Don't wait for perfect. Discipline begins with what you have. One of the biggest lies that stops people is this: I'll start when everything is ready. No, you won't, because nothing will ever be perfect. You will never feel 100% ready. You will never have all the resources, all the confidence, all the time. Winners don't wait for perfect. They start with broken tools. They start when it's messy. They start with fear in their chest and doubt in their mind. But they start. Discipline is not about the perfect plan. It's about doing what you can, with what you have, right now. You have 10 minutes? Use it. You have an old book? Read it. You have a body? Move it. You have pain? Turn it into power. Because here's the truth. You don't need a perfect start. You just need a strong heart. Think of all the people you admire. They didn't wait. They built their future with one broken brick at a time. Don't let your excuses sound smarter than your dreams. Don't say, I'll do it later, because later becomes never. Say, I'll do what I can now. That's discipline. Not perfection, but persistent action, even when the world isn't ideal. And trust this, when you start with less, your success becomes even more powerful. 12th, set rules for yourself and follow them like laws. Discipline becomes easier when you have boundaries. The problem is, most people live without rules. They just react to life. They don't direct it. Here's the key. Make your own rules. Write them down, respect them, and follow them like they're unbreakable laws. Set a rule. I don't eat after 9 p.m. I don't check social media until after my work is done. I write my goals every night before bed. I don't sleep unless I've done my task for the day. Now here's the powerful part. These rules are not for the world. They are for you. And keeping them builds self-trust. Every time you follow your own rules, your mind says, I trust you now, you're serious. And that trust becomes confidence. And that confidence becomes momentum. And that momentum becomes power. But if you break your own rules, you lose that trust. Your mind says, you don't mean what you say. So don't just write goals, write rules. Live by them. Discipline becomes stronger when it's guided by your own system. You don't need 100 rules. Even 5 powerful personal rules can change your life. Because discipline isn't just about action. It's about alignment, making your actions match your vision. 13. Replace I can't with I must. Let's be honest. Most people are slaves to their language. They say, I can't wake up early. I can't stop scrolling. I can't focus. And then they live according to those words. I must wake up early. I must control my mind. I must change my life. Not because it's easy, not because it's fun, but because the future demands it. I can't is an excuse. I must is a command. Let this sink in deep. Your mind listens to your words more than anything else. So when you say, I must, your brain prepares for battle. Your body stands up. Your spirit awakens. Start talking to yourself like a champion, not a victim, not a quitter, not a weak version of yourself. Say it loud. I must become disciplined because my future depends on it. And once you shift your words, you will shift your actions. And once your actions shift, your entire life will begin to rise. 14th, admit your mistakes, but never sit in your shame. Use it as fire. One of the greatest signs of a disciplined person is this. They admit when they mess up, not because they're weak, but because they're strong enough to face their truth. Most people run from their mistakes. They hide. They lie to themselves. They blame others. But discipline begins when you say, this was my fault, and I will fix it. It's easy to look strong by pretending everything's perfect. But real strength is saying, I made a mistake, but I will not stop here. Your past doesn't disqualify you, but denying it? That does. The longer you pretend you're fine, the longer you stay stuck. But the moment you admit, I messed up, I was lazy, I broke my word, I let myself down, something magical happens. You take your power back. Why? Because now you're no longer hiding in the dark, you're stepping into the light. And once you're in the light, you can grow. So admit your failures loudly. But then say, I will not live in this mistake. I will rise from it. Because people who keep walking after falling are the ones who eventually fly. And people who face their truth are the ones who finally find their freedom. 15. Follow your routine. Even when you don't feel like it, especially then. Discipline doesn't show its true power when you're excited. It shows when you're exhausted, frustrated, empty, unmotivated. That's the moment. That's the battlefield. That's where warriors are made. A weak person says, not today. A strong person whispers, it's hard, but I promise myself. You see, your routine is your training ground. Every time you follow your routine, you are rebuilding your mind, bit by bit, like a muscle getting stronger under pressure. Yes, you'll get tired. Yes, you'll want to quit. But every time you follow your routine despite your mood, you are saying to the world, I control my life, not my laziness, not my mood, not my weakness. And that's how empires are built. Not in moments of motivation, but in moments of discipline without feelings. Wake up when you said you would. Read what you promised yourself. Eat what fuels you. Do the boring thing, the hard thing, the lonely thing. Because every day you follow your routine, you build something that no one can take away. Unshakable self-respect. People want self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, but they don't understand the secret. It's born in the routine. So follow it. Every single day. Because that's where your transformation lives. 16th. Stop escaping your thoughts. Learn to sit with your silence. In today's world, everyone is addicted to escape. Music, phones, scrolling, noise, anything to avoid silence. But discipline requires the opposite. You must sit with your thoughts. You must learn to hear your mind. Why? Because in silence, truth speaks. In silence, you hear your pain, your patterns, your excuses. You understand why you quit, why you repeat cycles, why you sabotage yourself. Most people never grow because they never slow down enough to listen. But when you choose silence, even for 10 minutes a day, you stop running from your truth. You begin to observe. You begin to notice. You begin to wake up. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Your mind will shout at you, check your phone, do something. But don't. Just sit. Breathe. Let the discomfort rise. And then, something incredible happens. You begin to separate yourself from your chaos. You realize you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the driver, the soul. And when you reach that level of awareness, discipline becomes easier. Because now you can see the game. Because silence is not empty. It's full of the answers you've been searching for. 17. Learn how to delay rewards and become dangerous. Here's a secret that few people understand. Discipline is the art of waiting, of choosing later over now. We live in a world where everyone wants it fast. Fast money, fast body, fast fame. But disciplined people, they train their minds to say, not now. I will wait. I will build. I will earn it slowly. This is the trait of every master. They don't need instant pleasure. They are focused on long-term greatness. You eat junk? You feel good now. Suffer later. You skip your work? Relax now. Pay later. But when you train yourself to delay pleasure, something rare happens. You become untouchable. While others chase quick highs, you're building lasting success. While others quit after 1 week, you're still grinding at month 6. You don't live like the crowd, because you're not meant to be average. You are a builder, a silent storm, a calm warrior, and your ability to wait, to suffer now for reward later. That's your superpower. So next time you want a shortcut, remind yourself, greatness doesn't rush, and neither will I. Delay the reward. Embrace the boring. Train in the shadows. Because when your time comes, you'll be unstoppable. 18. Accept that not everyone will understand your journey, and walk it anyway. One of the most painful truths of a disciplined life is this: not everyone will clap for you. Your friends might call you boring. Your family might not get your routine. People might mock your silence, your seriousness, your sacrifices. But hear this deeply. They don't need to understand. You need to stay committed. You are not here to be liked. You are here to evolve. And evolution is lonely. Discipline is lonely. But it's worth it. Let them laugh. Let them question. Let them live in their comfort zones. You're building a new world. You're rising when no one's watching. You're sacrificing when no one's cheering. And that is the difference between average and legendary. You will outgrow people. You will lose connections, but you will gain something priceless. A life that feels aligned. A life that feels honest. A life that feels yours. So keep walking, with or without their applause. Because one day they will ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile quietly. Because while they watched, you walked. 19. Protect your energy like it's gold. Because it is. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they give their energy to the wrong things. They waste their fire on arguments, on proving themselves, on pleasing everyone, on things that do not matter 5 years from now, not even 5 minutes from now. You see, every time you say yes to something meaningless, you are saying no to your future. Every time you scroll endlessly, argue uselessly, gossip carelessly, you are draining your power, your mind, your momentum. So ask yourself daily, is this adding value to my life or subtracting from it? Is this helping me grow or just keeping me busy? People who succeed do not just manage their time. They manage their focus, their space, and most importantly, their energy. They know that not everyone deserves access to them. Not every message needs a reply. Not every opinion deserves your reaction. And not every invitation deserves a yes. Because your energy is your currency. And every single day, you are either spending it on what builds your future or wasting it on what slowly destroys it. You want to grow? Stop entertaining drama. Stop engaging with toxic people. Stop feeding distractions. Start guarding your peace like a treasure chest. Because the more energy you protect, the more power you'll have to create. And creation is the heart of discipline. So next time something calls your attention, ask yourself, is this worth my fire? Because once your fire is gone, so is your growth, your focus, your discipline. Protect it. Honor it. Live by it. 20. Have faith in yourself. Love yourself loudly and think like a leader. This is the most powerful step, the final step, the one that holds everything else together. Because without this, no habit, no discipline, no routine will ever last. You must, with every part of your being, believe that you are worth it. Even if no one else believes in you. Even if people doubt you. Even if you failed 100 times. You must be the one voice that whispers, I still believe in me. Because without self-belief, your journey will always feel impossible. You'll walk 2 steps forward and fall back in shame. You'll start something beautiful and abandon it the moment it gets hard. You'll shrink every time life gets loud. But when you start to love yourself out loud, when you say to the mirror, I am not broken, I am becoming. When you replace I can't with I will. When you fill your mind with thoughts like, I am capable, I am healing, I am powerful. That's when the real shift happens. You become your own light. You stop begging others to see your value, because you finally see it yourself. Yes, it's hard. Yes, the world will test you. Yes, you'll feel alone some days. But even on those days, look at yourself and say, I may not be there yet, but I am not who I was yesterday. Your faith in yourself becomes your fuel. Your love for yourself becomes your armor. And your thoughts, positive, kind, strong, they become the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. So speak life into your journey. Say it every day. I am strong. I am focused. I am growing. I am not giving up. Because when your mind believes in you, your heart follows. And when your heart believes, your actions rise. And when your actions rise, your entire life begins to transform. Self-discipline is not just about routines. It's about respecting yourself enough to fight for your future. And now, a final word to you. Yes, you reading this. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not someday. Now you've spent years waiting for motivation, for someone to push you, for life to finally become easier. But you don't need easy. You need truth. And the truth is, you already have everything inside you. Every step you just read, every word. It was written for the fighter in you. For the version of you who wants more, who dreams bigger, who's tired of surviving and ready to live boldly, fully, freely. This isn't just another motivational video. This is a wake-up call. This is a mirror. This is your sign to stop wasting time, to stop shrinking, to stop doubting. You are here for something greater. You were built for more. And if you have the discipline to show up day after day, even when it's dark, even when it's lonely, your life will become unrecognizable, not just because of success, but because of who you will become. So if this shook your soul, if this opened your eyes, if even one word felt like it was written for you, then don't stop here. Subscribe to our channel, not just for learning English, but for becoming the strongest, clearest, most powerful version of yourself. Here, we don't just teach language, we teach life, discipline, growth, belief, and becoming unbreakable. Your journey starts now, and we are walking it with you. Start, rise, and never, ever, ever give up. Your future self is already cheering for you. Don't let them down. Let's go.